This is Professor Sampson back with another banger on PS I Love Math. So today we're going to do a quick video on how to use your calculator. How do we do that? Use your calculator. Do you sit there and get confused and try to read the book? Who's going to read the book? Who's going to sit there and read that whole calculator book? That's a class within and of itself. Okay, so let's get started real quick. If you like this video, like and definitely click subscribe so that I can get more viewers so I can send more videos back like this. Okay, so let's get started. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at a couple. So I got some problems here. So 5 to the 4th, let's get started. So we want to put 5 to the 4th in our calculator. Okay, we want to put 5 to the 4th in our calculator. All right, we should know, just a quick review, 5 to the 4th is what? 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, right? Who wants to put that in that way into your calculator? Nobody does. So let's learn how quickly we can get that into our TI. I'm using a TI84 CE calculator, but this should work for any TI calculator that you have. And if it doesn't work for yours, please comment down below and I'll tell you how to use the TI. I'm not good with the other ones, all right? So anyway, you would hit 5. Now, you can use the caret button. The caret button is the up button. That's not that you can see. It's like one of those up buttons, okay? It's on top of the division bar here. So you can hit 5 and then you hit the caret and that pops you up to the top and then you hit 4. So 5 caret 4, pretty simple. That's how you put in any type of exponent. So the good thing is that squared has its own key. So if you look on the left on top of log, L-O-G, you'll see squared has its own key. So you can hit 5 caret, which brings you up to, or you can just hit 5 and then the squared button, okay? So either way you can do that. So that's simply how you put exponents in your calculator. It is not rocket science. It takes you a couple seconds, but it would take you much longer to read in a book, correct? So that's how you put it in. So anything from that, you use the caret button, okay? Now, you can also do any other sign. So you can do 5 caret, a negative sign, right? So at this point, it doesn't matter what you put in. Now that's going to give you a decimal. So I'll show you how to get that back to the fraction in a different video, okay? But anyway, so you can put in anything with any types of carets, okay? So if you need anything else, then just let me know. So let's go on to our next. All right, so we put in 5 to the 4th, we put in 3 squared, we put in those. I just wrote some down here so that you can practice. So now we want to talk about radicals. So radicals, radical means a root, some kind of root. When it's not written real quick, it's understood to be a square root when nothing's written there. So you know that the square root of 36 we know is equal to 6. All right, so all of these things, and they shouldn't be equals, anything without a number written into the little root means that we're talking about square, and square means what times what will give me back that number. So in this case, we know 36 is 6 times 6. The square root of 36 is in essence 6. Since this is 9 times 9, the square root of 81 is 9, etc., etc. All right. But then we also have other roots. So it's not just left with the square root. The square root is just the basic. We have cube roots, we can use fourth roots, we can use fifth roots, we can use any type of roots that we want to use. Okay, but how do we put these in our calculator? Now, square root is just like square, which is pretty simple. It has its own button, and actually so does cube root. But let's take a look at them anyway in our calculator. So if we take a look right here, and we're just getting started here, I'm going to just clear the screen here, right? If we look here, then square root is on top of, remember the square button that we have, it's on top of that. And it's right here in the blue, if you can see it down there. Now, anything that's on top is going to be that color. So for instance, the square root is in blue, so you need to hit the blue button or the second button. So we're going to hit second, and then we're going to hit square root. And then we can put in 36 like we just did. Hit enter, and that's it. And remember, enter is the function that is like your equals in the older calculators, okay? So you can do that here. You can do anything like we just did. We had 81 over there. 81 is 9, okay? So let's say if we wanted to do a cube root, all right? So a cube root, we're going to have to, if you're looking at the 84 and the 83, I'll tell you in a minute. If you're looking at your 84, you can go into the math. Now, it already has a cube root set up, as you can see in number 4, right? Number 4. So you can go down, you can scroll down, but I don't like to scroll down, or you can just hit number 4 on the keyboard. And the cube root comes up. I'm going to do the cube root of 8. And that's going to give you 2, because 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So the cube root of 8 is 2, okay? So you can just hit that for a cube root. So basically you have a button for square root and you have a button for cube root, okay? So if not, let's say we had a 4th root like I showed you before. Now you can go into this math button here, right? And you see number 5 that has the little X there. The X means whatever root you want it to be, okay? So let's say if I wanted to hit number 5, right? And you see these little boxes pop up. So at that point, I can do a 4th root. I can do whatever root I want to do, all right? I can say the 4th root of 16, all right, which I already know is 2. But the cool thing about that, if you wanted to, you wouldn't have to take a shortcut. You can put anything in there. So technically, I can go here and hit number 5 and even put in the square root. It would be useless, but the square root of 81, right? So I can do any roots that I want to do in this calculator, okay? So that's the button. Now, I just want to show you there's another way to do it. If you have an 83, when you try to do that, it won't work because you need to put in the number first. So if I was going to do the 4th root of 16 in older calculators and older TI83s, or even in some of the 84s, I have to hit the 4 first. Then I go to math, and now I hit that same number 5, and you'll see it pop up, and then I can do 16, okay? So I have to hit the number first. If you don't hit the number first in the prior calculators, it'll show answer, and it'll all be wrong, okay? So I think that pretty much takes care of anything that we could do. Any roots or anything squared, you know how to put it in your TI84, also in your TI83 calculator also. And that's it. If you need any more videos, please comment down below and definitely subscribe to my channel so I know what videos to post. It's a new channel, so I want you to subscribe, click like, give me some comments, whatever you want to do. This is Professor Sampson of PS I Love Math. And of course, you know that I love math. Bye-bye now.